Hello?
Thomas, something on your mind?
Actually, Agent York, something has been bothering me recently.
Bothering you? How?
Well, there's this customer who always gives Carol trouble.
Is it affecting business?
He probably doesn't mean to, but, well, yes, to answer your question.
You're an officer of the law. Why don't you just arrest him?
Well, you see, he's not exactly breaking the law. No violence. He hasn't physically attacked her or anything.
I understand, Thomas. If it's bothering you, then I'll take care of it.
What? Aren't you busy with the investigation, Agent York?
That won't be a problem. So tell me about this unwanted customer.
Well, he isn't here right now. He usually comes in after 2100.
I'll take a look in from time to time. Hey, Jack. You're in a good mood tonight.
I've got nothing to say to the cops.
I'm glad to see you haven't changed one bit since our last conversation. I take it you have a thing for Carol.
Now that's no business of yours, is it?
It is if you're disturbing the peace here and obstructing business.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Tell me, Jack, what makes you so hot for Carol?
Huh? Ah, she's hot. A total babe. She's hotter than anyone I know.
More than anyone you know?
Oh yeah, baby. She's number one. That's why I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, Jack.
She don't know what I do outside the house. It's none of her business.
I see. So you wouldn't mind if I play the tape of this conversation back to her?
Huh?
My job requires me to record every conversation that I have. But your wife won't mind, will she? Even though she isn't number one?
You dirties!
You want to make a deal?
I'll give you a deal if you come by the stand.
I almost had a heart attack. What were you going to do if things turned ugly?
The odds were against him, Thomas. We wouldn't lose in a 2-versus-1 fight in a bar.
2 against 1? You mean you were counting me? You must be kidding.
I'm joking, Thomas. I've never seen a situation like that actually turn into a barroom brawl.
I find that hard to believe. FBI agents must be really good at handling situations like that. It's amazing you guys really record every single conversation you have.
What are you talking about, Thomas? I don't carry around a recording device.
Really? But you said... You mean you were just bluffing? Well, I'm still impressed by your FBI tactics. You've done us a big favor. It isn't much of a thank you gift, but please, take this.
Zach, wasn't that fun? Hey, Sigourney.
I'm glad you're here. My pot, it's getting cold. Please, let's get going.
Here we go again. But it's okay. I need to get to know more about the pot, after all.
Very well then. Hurry up. Look, my pot is getting cold.
Zach? Has she been roaming farther and farther away from her home? Is she testing us, perhaps?
Now, get the car going! My house is over by the lake. 3, 2, 1, go! This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. Oh, thanks to you, my pot is still warm.
We somehow made it in time. But Sigourney, I just have to ask. If you don't want the pot to get cold, why don't you just stay at home?
Shh. Quiet. Don't say things like that out loud. You don't want people to hear you like that, do you?
Sorry, I was just wondering.
I want the pot to get a breath of fresh outside air.
Fresh air.
I had a very wild student once. I was forced to lock him in the punishment room many times. But he didn't improve at all. In fact, he just got worse. We all hate being locked up in a stuffy room, don't we? The same goes for the pot. I'd feel bad for leaving the pot locked up in the house all day. It's the same for your job, too, isn't it? The more you chase, the more the criminals run. You hear? The best stew is one that isn't overboiled. my! My pot is getting cold again! Did you have to talk so long? Oh!
It's still not right.
You've certainly gone to town this time, haven't you?
There's something I really want to cook, but I can't remember what it is.
You can't remember? It's something you want to cook, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's something my father made for me once, a long time ago. My mother was sick, so he had to cook. That was the only time he cooked. I remember how it tasted, and I wanted to make the same dish, but no luck. I also remember what it looked like, but I have no idea what was in it.
And you still decided that you'd give it a try anyways. Amazing. Most people would give up without even trying, Emily.
Do you have a problem with this? Okay, so I was nostalgic and emotional, but I wanted to give it a try.
I'm sorry. I need to watch my mouth. Who am I to comment on your private issues? I'll make up for it by helping you look for the right ingredients.
You will?
Yes, of course. This will make a nice break from the investigation for me. Now then, what kind of dish was it?
Various different ingredients placed on top of an English muffin, with some kind of sauce on top, a yellow sauce. He learned it from a diner close to where he worked in New York.
So a New York-style yellow sauce. Do you remember anything else?
Well, there were two things on the muffins. Something chewy and salty, and something soft with two colors.
Okay then, Emily, I think I know what you're talking about. I'll go and look for the ingredients. You try to remember some more.
Sounds like a plan.
Well then, let's try to recreate this taste from her past. What do you say, Zach?
Emily, here's one.
This is definitely right. We're getting closer to how it tasted.
Great.
A yellow sauce and something soft with two colors.
Emily, here's another one.
This is great. Now this is getting close. One more step and we'll be there. Only one more ingredient. Something soft and two-colored. It was like a dripping liquid before he fried it up, I think.
Emily, here's another one.
This is it! That's exactly what it tasted like.
Eggs Benedict.
Huh.
The name of this dish. It's a popular breakfast dish in Louisiana. Your father was quite a chef then.
What do you mean?
This is much harder to make than it looks, Emily. You have to bring it to the table with all the ingredients at the same temperature. And that requires preparation, timing, and skill. You'd have to be pretty good at these three things to make a really good Eggs Benedict.
Really? I never thought of him as a skilled cook. I haven't talked to him for ages. We've been kind of separated. I wonder what he's doing now.
Do you have his number?
I think so. Probably stuck in the old picture album.
Emily, just interrupt me if I'm out of line here, but I'd like to tell you how I like to think about these things. People develop their own personality through interaction with other people. Whether they like it or not, that's how it happens. I don't know anything about the past between you and your father, but the fact is, you enjoyed making something that he cooked for you. He's a big part of your past, which means he's part of you. That's normal, and you have nothing to be ashamed of. So why don't you give him a call?
But I wouldn't know what to say.
We can talk about this recipe. That'll be a good place to start.
Thank you, York. I'll give him a call after you leave. I don't want you standing over my shoulder for this.
Okay, good.
Here, take this. A gift for helping me with my cooking today, and for everything else.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress. First, the victim, Anna's death. She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth. Do you remember what that was, Zach? That's right. We found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things. Knee prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing. Do you remember what that was, Zach? That's right, a broken stiletto heel. Aligning this with the other evidence suggests that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto Heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means we could be dealing with 3 people. 2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything?
Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach?
What do you think she was holding on to? That's right. A round object. The marks on her hand suggest a peace mark. The man in the photo found in the woods had a tattoo of an upside-down peace mark on his back. These two could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the townfolk. A few are worthy of special attention. Carol McLean, the singer and bar owner. She's Thomas's sister. Then there's Nick Cormack, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something. There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who's out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry. Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking, one of the biggest rewards here is the fantastic food. Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations.
Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me. Hey, don't take that the wrong way, Zach. I wasn't getting all excited or anything. But it did make me feel strange. Nostalgic and sad almost.
It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Ellie! Lunchtime, Ellie!
I'll eat later.
You'll eat right now, young lady. You need to listen to your mother.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Eat your lunch, and then take a nap. Then I'll tell you the rest.
But I want to hear it now.
There's no need to rush things. You must live your life at the pace that is right for you.